Really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. I was just like, I didn't know what to do, but I just knew. I was like, I never wanted to be married.
After hearing that, how is it only Jada's fault? We're going to talk about it.
Hey, it's a sister Roland. All I need is a few minutes.
So, most of the time, men tend to do this. There are some women that have perfected this strategy where, if they're not looking for anything serious at the moment until they find what they are looking for that they could be serious with. So they tell you, hey, I just want to be friends. I just want to chill. So, with the women who accept that, then, they accept it, sometimes thinking that, hey, he's going to change. Some people accept it because, hey, I'm chilling too. I want to be friends too. And then 5, 10 years, 15 years down the line, the ones that think that they could change this guy, he still hasn't committed. So she said she never wanted to be married. And Will said at the young age of 5, he always knew that he wanted a family and he wanted to be married. He come with this lady that never wanted to be married. They decided to get married because, she was already pregnant, and plus, her mom wanted them to be married, and they just decided it was the right thing to do. But this is not something that she wanted, but this is what he wanted. So you get in with people that don't want what you want. That's the first mistake. According to Jada, at the age of 9, she was taught by her mom that, she don't really need to depend on a man. She can, do certain things for herself, even, please herself. So at a very impressionable age, at the age of 9, she was taught that men are not really reliable. You can't count on them. But this is somebody that will choose to, sleep with, and then he got it pregnant, and then, he chose to marry her. Because what men tend to do, they are initially attracted to what they see. So a beautiful face, a nice body with breasts and some booty, the color of the person's skin, their hair, how beautiful they look in a dress. Some people, the car they drive and where they work, and, physical stuff that attract people. But then some people just stop there, and that's how they choose the person to be with. But they don't look beyond what type of woman is this? Is this a woman that has character? Is this a woman that could be my wife, that could be my girlfriend, that somebody I could build with in the future, somebody that we could build together, somebody that we can, procreate and create children that are assets and not liabilities. Most men don't know how to choose that. They don't know, if this is the right choice, if this is not a right choice. They only know I'm attracted to this person for whatever reason. But then, do you even like this person? And unfortunately, most men tend to find out they don't even like this woman after you have formed that oxytocin bond, after you already have a child, 2, 3 kids with the person, and then you find, dang, I don't even like her. Oh, I hate her. I hate her. It's too late. And going back to Will and Jada, now she recently did an interview where she said that ever since 2016, her and Will haven't been together. I don't know if she's trying to save face, trying to clean up her image, whatever. But according to her, they haven't been together since 2016. So when he did what he did to Chris Rock, he supposedly knew they weren't together, but then still went up there and slapped Chris Rock and then say, don't play with my wife when she was not your wife, even though on they haven't divorced on paper, but they were, you know, legally, physically, whatever, separated, spiritually, emotionally separated. So he knew they were not together, but he chose to act, well, to defend her and protect her name, but they were not even together. But then the Bible does warn men of Jezebelic, Delilah, Herodias, Proverbs 2, 3, 5, and 7 women like this. But you know, the Bible is contradictory. The Bible is the white man's Bible. The Bible, it can't tell me this is the slave mentality. That's why your life is the way it is. That's why your life is the way it is. Because the Bible warns you of women like this. But since you're leaning on your own understanding, you will continue to go in the wrong path and choose the wrong women. And we're not going to only put all of this on women, because why? Many women, you know, go in this direction where they become seductress, you know, become witches, you know, different things that people call them, destroy men's lives and stuff like that, is because they, at a very impressionable age, very young age, they were taught, they saw that men, a man or men, were not to be trusted, cannot be counted on. You can't depend on a man, because you saw what Uncle Larry did to Auntie Nina. You saw what Daddy did to Mama. You saw what, you know, what happened on the soap operas. Men are not to be trusted. So because of that, you know, and then there are certain fathers that are not in the home. The strong man, like the Bible says, is not there or is bound up. So the enemy is able to come in and plunder and take away your possessions. Because there's no protection. There's no covering. And if you do happen to choose a woman like this, you have your work cut out for you, because she don't trust men. She has already given you 3 strikes, and you haven't even batted yet. You just don't know it, because she don't trust men. And how do you go about dealing with somebody like this? I would like to know. Well, I know, but do you know? And it's obviously Will didn't know how to go about, you know, getting Jada to trust him again, or whatever it may be. And who knows why he even chose her, because, oh, maybe she was with Tupac, she was beautiful, she's an actress and stuff like that. That gave him an ego stroke where she could be on his arm and say, yeah, that's my woman, yeah, that's mine. You know, when the men have the voluptuous women and they beautiful and stuff like that, so they get that ego stroke and say, yeah, that's mine, that's my woman. But then she come and destroy your life. And most of the time, you guys know, because it's either she tells you or she shows you. But why? People choose to ignore certain things because, you know, they get a rise out of being with this type of woman. And by if by chance you cannot see because you're so blind, people around you see, and they tell you because they care about you, but you still won't listen because you want to get that rise out of being with somebody like that. And then now this is the consequences of the choice that Will made. He chose to go with a woman that did not want to be married because of whatever happened in her life, whatever she saw in her life. He knew it, but he still decided to go on. But everybody's, you know, blaming her. She's a witch and stuff like that. You know, she's a witch, whatever. But he chose the witch. That's his witch. He chose the witch. And now he has to deal with the consequences of choosing a witch. Because, you know, you could decide to be with whoever you want to be with. But then you do not get to choose the consequences that come with choosing that person. Some consequences are good consequences. Some are not. You don't get to choose that. You can do whatever you want to do, but you don't get to choose the consequences. That's why choose wisely. Choose wisely. And then if you have daughters, you train them in the way that they should go. You know, you cover them, you protect them, you show them that a man can be counted on. Because the Bible calls a woman a helper or helpmeet. She can help build you up, and you could be successful and do great things, because the Bible tells you, he who finds a wife find what is good and obtains favor from the Lord, right? Because there's a level of favor that you have not experienced because you have not found a wife. But many of y'all don't even know how to choose a wife anyway. But a woman can help build you up so you can be successful and prosperous and blessed, because women are endowed with so many gifts and talents. That's why we are called helpers. We can help build you up or destroy your life, especially if our upbringing was not right. So choose wisely. Anyway, that's all I had to say about the situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.